You know what's crazy is I actually think both of them are dope.
They're incredible.
I think regardless of what way we look, I think J. Cole's dope. I think I like what J. Cole did because J. Cole stayed J. Cole. And that's what I like about it. Like, J. Cole apologized, he backed out, whatever. But J. Cole has been telling us that's who he was his whole life. Every record he's ever told us, he's been a nice guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I
don't like how J. Cole dropped that album and pulled it back, though.
That's what pulled the disc back?
Yeah.
I do, because I think a conversation was had, and I think he was like, this ain't for me. This isn't me. I think that's always been true about J. Cole, right? Like, he's always been somebody that's kind of like,
You don't feel like that's throwing a rocket and hiding your hand?
Well, it's out there, right? But he also went out there publicly and made himself look like a fool to a lot of people just to be who he is, just to stay J. Cole. You know what I mean? And I like that about him. I'm okay. I'm okay with this. Right? I'm okay with people being themselves, and I think that's who J. Cole is.
We never factor in that J. Cole's half white too.
No, I know that was coming. I knew it was coming. That's the part that I think everybody's factored that. That's been an argument for a lot of people.
I'm not the only reason. By the way, I love. My family is working with Cole. Like, I love them, but
big Cole.
When you talk about it, this is the problem. Like, when if I talk about sports, I can say he's 6 feet, he's 7'4". He's gonna be my center. You're not looking like, man, I could do it. I'm bigger than that. It's like, bro, he's 7. That's what he's built for. That's what he's built for. That's what you're built for. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that Cole, I think he grew up in a house with a white mother. Right. Like, you gotta understand something. Like, we have black mom. Black mom will tell you, I'll beat your ass in here. Like,
until you go fight.
Yes. And I'm saying, I'm just saying that you gotta factor that in. You have to factor in who people are. And to me, the one thing about Cole and Drake is that they both grew up in white households. So it's almost like they are a little docile, like calm, like timid, not because they didn't grow up like, I'm from the hood, we was aggressive. The minute you walked out the house, it was up. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I ain't saying like I was but you knew how to be prepared for it. Right. So don't factor in that he's white. And by the way, let's not factor in that Kendrick is dark as they come from Compton. Like, it's just a different, bro. It's his time. It's all God's time, and it's his time. And guess what? When it was your time, we loved it, and it's his time, we should love it too.
What is the reception if Drake drops an album from your side, from you knowing it? Like, let's say he is
about Kendrick, like answering it.
Yeah,
he sells 500,000.
But
gotta say,
but even if you don't think he would sell 500,000 with talking about women?
What are we talking about women when you just got your ass?
I'm just saying, what do you think he'd sell? What do you think he'd sell right there?
If he just, I think it'd do just like 100 gigs. Everybody gonna say, we don't want to hear that, bro. We're the response to this that took your life.
So what do you think would happen? What would be the perception? He drops a album talking about Kendrick, sells 500,000. The people going to be thinking he undersold, oversold. What do you think is going to be the perception?
I think that when you get to a certain point where those guys are, it doesn't matter what you sell. You are the mountain. It matters it matters what you did that day. So it's hard to say if he dropped the project, because like Kendrick dropped the project, it was nothing like none of the that wasn't we gonna be all right. Right. That, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the era he's in. That's why it works. So it matches the character. Right? Drake, your character is in disarray. You cannot come and act like it's all normal.
No, he needs a combination. Bro. He's got to do like a feature
so
in the
you
movie.
Tell me, you know how to work with artists.
Yeah.
What's your plan of attack if you're managing Drake right now?
Well, first, right now, I took over today. We dropping a lawsuit. And we're gonna take our L. And we're going to come.
Is it a lawsuit or a petition? And I'm just...
Well, whatever it is, we're going to announce that it was a mistake. We don't want to do that. Lucien, my bad.
New direction.
You did. Y'all been too good to me. That's like Lil Wayne suing Baby because they blew up Drake over him. We did what we were supposed to do. We put the fuel behind whatever car, and I gave you 100 gallons. Right? I gave you 100 gallons. I gave you 100 gallons. His 100 gallons took him 100 miles. Yours took you 200. This took him 20,000 miles. Everybody and get your gallons to him. And that's what you're supposed to do when you win. Right. Exactly. So for me, if I was his manager, I'll say, hey, look, bro, like I would disappear. I would drop the lawsuit, I'll disappear, and people would catch me here and there, wondering what I'm doing. Like, what's he doing? What he's doing? I wouldn't say a word to nobody. And then I'll make y'all miss me. I got enough money. Y'all will miss me. Y'all will miss me. I might drop an album the day of the Super Bowl. Just to give y'all something to throw out. Like, flex your power. Like, if I'm Lil Wayne, I'm going to do the weekend of the Super Bowl, I'm doing Louisiana Fest. Louisiana Fest. I'm going to show you my power. But I'm pretty sure you feel like me. If NBC came to us before you started the Danza Project or before I started God's Show, said, we want you to be the host of the late night show, we would have jumped at that shit in the heartbeat, right or wrong. But they didn't.
Yeah.
So what we have to do? Yeah. Spend our own money, invest ourselves, and go out there. Because that's what a man does.
Hello.
We don't sue NBC because they're not looking at us and they looking at the other. We build our own table. And that's what I was telling them to do. You got the biggest table in the house. Why are you worried about it? Yeah. But let's make it easy for him because we live in LA and he don't live in Toronto. And that is very, very important.
Yeah.
That,
no, you hit the nail on the head with that one.
Like, come on, bro. Like, look at what these rappers getting murdered at. Like, LA, getting robbed out there. Like, bro, that is their culture. Leave them. Please. Yeah. Just be nice and say, cool, please. And I'm saying that as with love because I don't want no one to shed blood. But Boy Wonder, all of his producers, I'm cool with all of them. They might be in Chalice working, and now you in Toronto thinking this whatever. And now he come out, leave it alone, bro.
Yeah. You know, this is the first time I think he's paying for being Canadian too. Because it ain't, we gotta hold it down. He's from Atlanta. He Atlanta, we Atlanta, no matter what, right or wrong. Atlanta. There's none of that. There's no home base. Yeah, represent for the South, represent for the East Coast, represent for the... No, he don't got that. Who's holding him down in Canada? Like, yeah, big dog. Like, yeah, you don't got that.
Hey, Drake, you better do something to help me out. Do something. You know what I mean? Because Ray is in here talking mad.
No, I'm not talking. I'm telling the truth. Because let me ask both of you guys, you two, bro. Let me ask all three of y'all a question. What if what's happening to him right now is the karma for all he did?
That's yeah.
I mean, I don't think it isn't.
But then his karmic debt is being paid right now. Why are you putting it back on me?
I just feel like for me, I like the storyline. I like this lawsuit. I like seeing what's going to happen with UMG. I do. I've been waiting for somebody to do something for a long time to see if they could switch the way everything works. I think it'll benefit certain artists. And I also, I got my own interests, all right? Like, that I speak about a lot, but I'm not gonna say them, and I'll talk about it after the show. But I got my own reasons to want to see who's exactly in their numbers. You know what I'm saying? I hope that if he does go through with this, and you don't take over his management side, that we could figure out, is this person bullshitting about their numbers too? Because I feel like you might be. I feel like you might be. And I've been over here sitting and doing what I'm doing, and I don't play that game.
Well, I'll tell y'all one thing, and it's the last thing I can say on this subject. Unless y'all want to keep going, but this last thing I'll say, they not like us. I don't know how many bots they put behind that shit. That shit was still a hit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It wasn't like that's a record. Like it's everywhere. So like you go to sue the NBA when like they played on TNT and then Jalen Rose like, hey, don't play that. Drake might sue it. Like it's like, bro, you the butt of the joke. It's true.
Listen, I like Family Matters. I love Family Matters. I think it's a dope track. And I heard like that. The first time I heard like that, I'm like, it's trash. I can't believe he did this. I'm in the gym. So now I got another opportunity to listen to it. Another opportunity. Now I'm killing my set. And I'm like, wait a second. Like I already went live with my opinion saying it was whack. I was like, I'm in the gym. I'm like, let me go back live. I'm like, wait a second. I might be wrong. It is a good record. It's a great record. He obviously did, like we were speaking about earlier, he did exactly what Drake did. He took it to the club.
Yep.